Scott probably didn't mention, but of course I'll mention it, that of the last 4 years, he's won his students have won the state speech championship 2 out of the last 4 years, and last year we won our division. And so that was the first time that we had won since Jane was in high school. And so that's how we began that special relationship between Scott and Jane. Now let me just say, everybody said all the serious stuff, so now let's really get to know this young woman. Today has been a great day for the Community Health Network, the Community Health Foundation, and Warren Township Schools. Many of our school people are here tonight, but I do want to recognize in particular the staff from the Renaissance School. If you would just stand for a minute, if you would. The Renaissance School is a place where we take children who sometimes are broken and tattered and we make them whole. And the exciting part about this health center is that we're going to do the same thing for families on the east side who need that very important health care. Now, I could tell you all this stuff about what we did, but I also want to recognize, because once in a while as a school superintendent, you're in the right place at the right time. And I was new to the Hospital Foundation, and I heard Bill Kingston and Robin Ledyard talk about doing a health center for the east side of Indianapolis. And they were just beginning, they weren't sure where they were going to put it, and they were looking at spots. And I said to them, hey, why don't you put it in a school? Well, Bill looked at me like, I don't know her all that well yet, so. I said, think about it. Isn't that kind of a cool idea? And of course, I just was relentless in saying, put it in the school, put it in the school. Robin, she heard my message. Bill, we had to work on for a while. But I want Bill Kingston and Robin Ledyard to stand up. This day wouldn't be happening if it hadn't been for them. Now, you know, I learned a lot of things tonight sitting next to Gary Trudeau. Keep laughing, Gary. But did you know, first of all, if you read Jane's book, now I want you to know that in the Warren Library branch, there are 4 copies of Jane's book, hardcover copies. I just found this one in the Warren Library because I checked them out. But it was wonderful. But in the book, did you know that when she was at Warren Central, the reason she became this famous journalist is she wasn't picked for the cheerleading squad? Could you imagine? Now, Jane, I want you to know that if that had happened on my watch, I would have fired everybody. What is wrong with you people that you couldn't see the talent here? But you see, she decided then, her sister intrigued her with speech. Extemporaneous, as I recall, was that your event? She told our students at Warren Central this past spring that she has 4 Emmys. Very proud of those. But her speech trophy of her state championship for speech at Warren Central High School is on the TV, because that is what prepared her to be a co-host of the Today Show at age 25. So you see, out of failure comes great things. But I learned something else, and I knew she was an IU grad. So Mary Raylander, who's out there, who's my personnel director, there you go with those Purdue people, IU. But Gary and Jane have a daughter named Ricky who's a singer, who's in Nashville. And Jane is a singer. But I hear you do the tune, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, or there's something on YouTube or something with you on there. Is that right? Well, look, I had to beat it out of them. Don't be upset with them. No, truly. So I guess, you know, because I said, who's the singer in the family? He said, Jane, I just didn't know you were so talented. Now, let me tell you about this gal. Eastridge Elementary, Moorhead Elementary, Woodview Junior High School, and Warren Central High School in 1968. But, you know, sometimes you meet famous people and you're a little disappointed. Not with this girl. She's the kind of girl that, you know, if you got bad news and you needed someone to eat a pint of ice cream with, she's your girl. Or you need to have a pillow fight because you needed to get rid of all that tension, she's your girl. And I think she probably even lip-synced the Supremes with you if you really talked to her, gave her enough to drink. But what's been such a delight is to see her caring compassion for these children that we serve every day and these families. Because I think that, as we know, the important thing always to remember for all of us, we all have so much. And it's important to make sure that we take our little plot of land and make it a better place. So that when our time is up and we face our Maker, we can say that we left the place a little better than when we came. And so I want to tell you that Jane Pauley, by lending her name to this event, to this health center, is changing that little plot of land that started at New York and, what was that other street? Baining in New York. She said she was a New Yorker and she tried to fool people about that. But she has indeed forevermore changed this part of her hometown forever. And so we are grateful to you, Jane Pauley, and you are quite a gal. Thank you. Now, since I'm the teacher in the group, I have to tell you about the bags, because you have to do the bags. If you open your bags, of course, we all know about the apple for the teacher, but in your bag, you will find a thank you note. Jane has been great in going back and thanking those people at Warren Central that were pivotal to her life. So you have in your bag a little thank you note with a little envelope, and I hope you will all think about that teacher who made a difference in your life, and you'll send them a note. Because I can tell you on behalf of my teachers and principals, these are the notes that you look at on the days when you wonder why you're in this business. These are the notes that you carry with you all of your life. So I hope you'll do that. And of course, if you're interested in making a little contribution, there's one of those in there too, as well as lots of, and I have to do this on behalf of Dr. Kane. I can't find my hand sanitizer. H1N1. Now, remember, this is what we teach the school children in addition to sneezing in your sleeve and all that. You have to do it, happy birthday to you, 2 times. So when I hear you in the restroom, I better hear you singing. All right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great evening this evening. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope that you will come and visit the health center, and I hope that you will certainly get to meet all of the great people that are going to serve the East Side community. I'm an East Sider by transplant, and I love the East Side, and I know that you all do too. And so with that, I guess we'll introduce the IU singer of fame and fortune, maybe not for singing, but certainly the former Today host, Dateline. But let me tell you, one nice lady, Jane Pauley.